Hey everybody, this is Ashley Rush, Independent Creative Memories Advisor, tuning back in to tell you guys a little bit more about the CM 12-inch trimmer. Have you ever found yourself frustrated by a piece of paper that you're cutting and is getting frayed edges? Most people will immediately jump to their blade and think it's dull and time for a new one. But did you know there could be another culprit? Creative Memories has a cutting blade that's tucked into the trimmer. If you've noticed that your papers are fraying, but you feel like your blade is new, you may want to look into your trimmer mat. As you can see, it easily pops out of the trimmer. And one way to tell if your mat is old is if you are finding bits of paper sticking into the cutting line. You can see the little bits of white paper sticking out here, so clearly it's time for me to change my mat. Another way I like to look is if the dotted line starts to disappear like it has here, it's probably time for a new mat too. But you don't have to get an entirely new one. Each mat can be used up to 4 times. When you start with a trimmer, the number 1 is in the position for the cutting. When that starts to get a little dull, you can remove your mat, rotate it once, and then put it back. And then the number 2 line will now be visible, and that is where you will be cutting. As you can see, my number 2 line has some paper bits stuck in, and the dotted line is starting to disappear in spots. So it's time for me to rotate it again. At that point, you'll take your mat out, you'll flip it over, and that's where you find your number 3 line. You can put that back into your trimmer and use it until again you either find that your papers are fraying, your dotted line is disappearing, or you've got paper stuck into the track of your cutting line. When that happens, it'll be time to once again pop out your trimmer, give it a rotation, and make sure that the number 4 line is ready to go. Your mat should be good for well over 2,000 cuts. So you shouldn't need a new mat before you need a new blade. After you do find that your mat is all gone, don't worry. If you've taken my advice, you'll have a brand new fresh mat waiting for you underneath of your trimmer. Is the fact that you can rotate your mat something new to you? Have you learned anything new from our trimmer series? Leave us a comment and let us know your favorite tip. I look forward to coming back next week with our next trimmer video. Bye guys!